Okay, so I was gonna say the devil made me do it, but you know what? He probably did. Let's see what we got here. What is that? At first, you might think it's a buckhouse, but that's not a butterfly. that's a that's a fly. So here's the thing. I was on YouTube, of course, a lot, all the time, and I saw a company called FLYTAINUM advertise something called the FLYTAINUM beef, and it looked pretty cool. It also had a shark lock that is actually licensed from Sharklock or Demco or whatever they're called. Yeah, Demco knives. They actually licensed. They took the time instead of to copy the lock. They took the time to license the lock from Demco knives so that they could put it on their own knives. Now they are a big supplier, I believe, of all kind of aftermarket scales and the different things for knives. I think a big thing of Benchmade and other knives, Spyderco and stuff like that. Uh, and so it very much intrigued me. So I found a used one on eBay and bought it because I can't afford to buy the new stuff. Sharp object. Yeah, you know what? A lot of knife boxes warn you about sharp objects. This, oh, this is nice. Just a second. Let me see if there's anything else in the box that I don't see. You know what? That's aggravating. Yeah, that's it. So we got a knife. And that's okay. So here we have it. It's got, yeah, it's got the shark lock. It's not a real heavy spring. This, I'm not sure what kind of, see, these knives come with, when you buy them new, you get the base knife, and this is the blacked out version. You get the base knife, and you get an insert, and then usually it comes with a secondary insert as well. This looks like, and I thought it was Ultim, but it's not. That is like a brass or copperish colored aluminum insert, and these scales, I think these scales are aluminum. You can see a slight dent right there and there. So this knife was dropped like this, you know, no biggie, but I mean it was dropped like that. Uh there's a very minute nick in the scale there. You can see where this was possibly dropped or set down heavily on something. There's a little bit of shininess right there on the insert. And that's really it. The backside of the blade shows no wear. So basically, this knife, for all intents and purposes, as far as I'm concerned, is new or LNIB, like new in box. Now, looking at the pivot screw, which is a T8, this knife may have been disassembled once or maybe not. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I don't know that it has. T6 on the inserts. And there is no pocket clip on the knife. And I'm not even sure if it comes with a pocket clip, to be honest with you. These must be factory because it's also got the backspacer that matches the color. And you can probably see the contrast of the color a little better, that bronze looking color. Looking at the back there. Potentially you can see it on the side. I don't know how well it's coming out. Let's see. Maybe you can make that. I hope you can. So anyway, so let's start out with, let's get adventurous. Being as I am a knife guru master finger flipping fool, our first opening is going to be the flickety flip. So can I do it? And we did it. Look there. I'm telling you. Master Guru Knife Flicky Floppy. That's me. Master Guru Flippy Floppy. S35VN is the blade steel. FLYTAINUM. And this is the FLYTAINUM Arcade. I know I said beef a while ago, but that's what got me started with FLYTAINUM. And of course, I don't know if you've actually seen the video yet or not. It may not have posted, but here's the beef from the same people. This is just a workhorse knife. I've been carrying it for a while and it is doing just awesome. So I don't know if you can buy a pocket clip for this. Apparently this is where a pocket clip would go if it had one. So I may have to look into one. Now I can see, looks like there is a hole in the scale on both sides. Or maybe I'm just seeing things. Probably not. So this knife, I'm telling you, that blade, I don't think it's ever been cut with. There's a little tiny bit. There needs to be a little stropping on the end. Yeah, it just needs to be stropped on the end, to be honest with you. Still just a smidge there. And that just about took it off. So, so this is knife. I really like the knife. Closes. Now it takes a little bit of getting used to. Let's see. I don't know if this is on washers or if it's on bearings. I'm not sure. Blade is super tight. Try to get it down so. So the knife has got a little bit of kick. So you can see. And of course, it opens great. just using the shark. Now this takes some used to. I do have a clone that has a shark lock, but this is my first actual shark lock knife. And with this one, see, with the super locks on the Civivis, you just pull down, and that's it. Even on the Vision R and the Vision FG, but here you want to kind of pull down and back just a little bit. So, see, I didn't do it right, and then getting the timing. So you have to put a lot of wrist motion in this one to actually open it. Now closing it's not bad, but to open it, you got to put a little wrist motion in there while operating the shark lock. And I may be operating the shark lock wrong, so just tell me if I am. But this knife right here, it opens fine. I think I watched one review where someone was saying that you had to really push out and up. I'm not doing that. I mean, I'm just basically shoving like this. I'm doing this. Unless I'm doing more that I'm just not paying attention to. Now, one thing that I am noticing is on this, on this one right here, that thumb stud is way out there. That's the only thing that I'm noticing, is that thumb stud being way out there. And I think that's even more, I think that lends more to the finger flick. It just makes it easier to open as far as I'm concerned. I can really get my finger under that. Uh, and I actually find this knife very easy to do, because this insert right here is very, very grippy. Very grippy. And the knife itself, although it's smooth, that is not smooth. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be weird. Yeah, I do. I'm weird. Hey, look, you knew I was weird when you started watching me, okay? That's all it is to it. It's not my fault. So, anyway, so you got a lanyard loop. It's kind of, the lanyard loop kind of reminds me of a bug out style knife. Let's do something here. Let's check. Not loose. And actually, what do I have in here? Got a T8 in here. So let's do this. I almost hate putting these T6s in here. It shouldn't be, but it's just harder to get these out. It's like they stick. They're more magnetized than what you would expect them to be. Not loose. Maybe a little loose. Just a smidge. Now this is kind of weird. I'm seeing these are flathead screws and these are panhead screws. So that's a little strange. This is the show side. I say the clip that this is lined up to be a right hand carry if it had the pocket clip with it. And that's fine. It don't have the pocket clip. I'll see what's what. I wish I had a battery for my scale, and I'd tell you how much it weighs, because this is aluminum scales. I'm assuming it is steel liners, and let's see. It's kind of odd. Okay, so it's aluminum scales, but it's got a short liner built into the top here. And that's all. So I'm assuming it's kind of like a bug out, that it has the a liner built into the top section right here, and then the rest is whatever. Some of these knives may or may not be some type of polymer or plastic, but these are metal scales, aluminum scales, and I'm assuming this is aluminum inserts. It's kind of got me wondering about these screws. So they may not be original screws. I don't know. Tell me, look, please, comment below. Tell me if this FLYTAINUM Arcade normally has like a panhead screw on one side and flat screws on the other side. Because I would assume that these flat screws would be on both sides. And potentially these two screws right here would be right here as clip screws. Maybe. I don't know. Look, you tell me. You tell me. You tell me. So, but I like the knife. You know what? This is going to be a fidgety knife. Tiny scar right there on the pivot. I like that purple contrast right there of that thumb stud, which is removable. I like that contrast though. I really do. The fit. Let's see. Right here, you can see, I've got some stuck out on the bottom, some on the front. There's no finger choil, but there is a sharpening choil down there. Not very deep, but then again, I mean, you still got a good bit of sharpening on there. You can catch forward on this, and I wouldn't feel very bad at all or uncomfortable about catching ahead of the little guard here, because this shark lock has finger jimping on the back of it, and that raised hump is like a brick wall. It literally feels like a brick wall. I've got it. I have it. It's not coming loose. And then this finger jimping up here it's not super grippy. It's not. It'll catch my fingers. You can see the indentations. It'll catch my fingers, and that's fine. I can get to it because it comes back far enough. With even my fingers behind here, but I'm okay even gripping ahead. Like I said, it's deep enough, I guess is what I'm saying. It doesn't. If you didn't have kind of the hard callousy types skin like my fingers are, then you may not get a lot of grip here. And I don't know if that makes sense, but the way my fingers are, they're a little stiff. I don't know how to put it. And it kind of just buries down into that deep jimping right there. And I mean, you can see the indents, and it's just got it. It's like a gear in a cog. I mean, it's in there. It's locked in. So it's good. You have a little bit of a contour on top. This is ever so slightly dropped, so it does qualify as a drop point. In my opinion, it's not a spear point because the tip is to the top or above the pivot point. But this is very, very juggy. This is definitely a jugger for sure. And to be honest with you, that is almost a 3.5 inch blade. Let me check that again. Probably about a 3 1/4, 3 3/8 inch blade. Let's see what this says. Fly 1252 black. Now this says black Ultim black, but that's not Ultim. That is not Ultim. So that's what I thought it was. That right there is some kind of bronzy looking aluminum inserts there. But this was originally purchased as the black on black Ultim / black. I believe by default this knife come with Ultim inserts and black inserts that would finish blacking the whole knife out. So I think that the one who had it, they probably pimped it out with these purple finger studs and these bronze looking um, inserts. And they may have mixed the screws up, may not have. I don't know. I don't really care. Uh, it does. The edges are kind of sharp. They're not. They're not sharp, sharp, but they're not blended, smoothed over. And but they don't bother me. They don't hurt. I think they more than anything help give me a little bit of more grip on the knife. I really like that shark lock sticking up there. Excuse me. I seriously like that because that just gives me everything I need. If I'm sitting there, trying to bear down on something, typically you would want to do like this when you got a lot of, you're trying to, I don't know, sharpen a stick or something. But I'm gonna be honest with you, with the grip I feel that I can get like this, I'd just as soon be doing that. I think I can get a lot of force coming down, cutting something, sharing something, shimming it, shaving it, or whatever with that shark lock stuck out there. And it closes easy. It really does. The opening, the using the thumb stud to open is not bad. You just need to get used to it a little bit. It's not hard. You're not throwing anything unusual. You're just usually I'm coming in right off the edge, and even when I do that, I'm still opening it, but this thumb stud is tracking the outside edge of my thumb. Whereas usually when I'm using a thumb stud, I'll catch it right like that, and that's how I'll throw it open. But I wouldn't be able to open it up very well. I can, but it still ends up over here. So it's just that thumb stud is pretty high. And I believe it's like that because you have the logo just underneath it. And so it's clearing it so that you can see the logo quite, clearly. Uh, I like it. I really do. It's thin. It's a very thin knife. Uh, let's see, how thin is it, Kevin? See. Let's first do Imperial. 15-30 seconds. Millimeters. 11 3/4. Let's just say 12 millimeters. And inches. 0.46. So it's almost a half inch thick. So that is a pretty doggone thin knife, and it's wide. So I got a good grip. I like it. I like it a lot, a lot, a lot. I like the color combination with the purple and the black. The coating, like I said, this right here this hasn't been used. They may have done, and then again, to be honest with you, looking at that blade, I would literally say they hadn't done any cutting with it, and that's just the factory uh, finish there that was left a little tiny burr on the tip. It starts like right in here, and you can feel it, and then it's less out towards here. Of course, I did hit it on that, but when I first felt the burr, it was like right up in here that I could feel the burr. So this is definitely 2, 3, 4, 5 thumbs up. Now, is it worth the money? I don't know. I think these right here sell usually on eBay for just under $200, like a 180 or something like that. I did not pay that for it. I paid a whole bunch less. And that's why I don't mind buying used, because I get good deals. So anyway, like I said, this Flytanium arcade I am liking. I got another problem. Flytanium, Vostede, Kaiser, Civivi, Wii, Sincut, um, oh golly, OZARK. Got a problem. I need your help. Oh goodness, I need an intravision. How come I can't never say that? Intervish. I need one of them. So cool. I like it. I like it a lot. So definitely two thumbs up. This knife. The only gripes that I would have with this knife, literally, is going to be, and I've got to come up with this because it doesn't really bother my hands, is it tapers off at an angle, kind of a chamfer or a fillet, probably yeah, chamfer, and it blends into these inserts quite well. But it is a sharp edge before it rolls over to the back, and that is not bad as far as I'm concerned. I think it even aids to the grip, but all the way around the knife, it is geometric. I don't know. That's probably not the right word, but it is angular instead of being more rounded. Say like with the Ozark Trail, that's kind of a blunt edge. Well, right here, that's a sharp edge. And so to give you a little bit of an idea, you're just about, we come butt to butt. And I think the Flytanium has got maybe an eighth of an inch on the Ozark in overall length. And then if I'm trying to line up my pivots, pretty much blade for blade, really. And so, really, I mean, this right here is a nice knife. I really like it. The only downside is to get used to the thumb stud that's a little further out than you normally expect, and the sharp edges, which that doesn't bother me. I can't tell you about the clip because it didn't come with a clip. I kind of wish it did, but I'll look into that and maybe get one. Or maybe I can adapt one. It'll be a flat one. Who knows? Maybe one of these will fit on it. But anyway, look, guys, if you like this kind of content, I would ask that you would like and subscribe. If you don't like the content, like and subscribe anyway. Because like I said, you're eventually going to find something you like on this channel. Because I'm doing it all. I appreciate you being here. I thank you. I enjoy spending time with you. And I will see you next time. Your time is very important to me, and I thank you for spending it here with me. Thanks, and God bless.